Welcome back, people. It is episode 49 of season 5 of the Taxi Squad podcast. We got a fair amount to get into, but before we do hope you had a lovely Thanksgiving with your family and friends. And also, please like, follow, and subscribe. We have a road game, as you can see, and we are very festive, so welcome to Santa's Corner. We have some strange and unusual topics about people DMing people, and then we also have some NBA topics that are getting quite crazy here in the Midwest. We also have our college football topics, and the coaching carousel might as well be complete. We have one more vacancy to discuss, and also the college football committee has spoken, so a fair amount of college football content to get into today. And of course, our NFL picks. It's the Taxi Squad podcast.
Come on, everybody, celebrate. The Taxi Squad is here today. So lose the blues, kick back and relax for now. They talk about sports and stupid stuff. They're probably wrong and it might get rough. So welcome back. It's the Taxi Squad. Yeah.
Vince, I'm sitting next to you now.
I know.
How's it going?
Honestly, it's kind of a common occurrence these days.
Yeah, man.
We're just sitting in the same room doing the same thing. I'd like to know from the people that listen, does it change our feng shui?
Doesn't change. Never changes the
It's
feng
like,
shui.
is it like, you don't know. You're too close to it, you know? I need someone to tell me like, oh, you guys are better when you're together, or maybe we're worse.
We're totally better when we're together.
Maybe we benefit by being...
We're like Bonnie and... No, that would be weird.
That wouldn't make sense.
Starsky and Hutch. You could
I was going to say, I have no interest in your butt, bud. But happy Christmas, ho, ho, ho down here.
Happy Christmas. For the Christmas.
Your Thanksgiving good?
Dude, Thanksgiving was great.
Eat too much?
God's country, ate too much. Got some good old Southern accents. Talked to a lot of Oklahomans.
I'll tell you, buddy, the Sooners looking good this year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Boomers, Sooner. Walking around with a Bears hat. Everybody was like a novelty. Like, oh, the Bears are good now. It's like, I know. Thanks. That's why I'm wearing my hat.
Usually it's like a sign of you could deal with anything.
Although I would like to set the record straight. I wore the hat when they were terrible. So just kind of throw that out there.
You've been a fan. Everybody, if you're listening to this and you think we're home, like
you're new.
Yeah, let me try Brad Maynard on for size. Let me try who is the Paul Ettinger on for size, kicker punter action.
Talk about what you know about Roosevelt Colvin, huh? What you know about Mike Brown,
Tank Johnson,
huh? What do you know about Hunter Hillenmeyer,
Israel Donajay,
dude? This is why we operate a sports podcast, because we can just sit and just call out random
Johnny
2000s.
Knox. What could have been?
Johnny Knox, Danielle Manning. Mm-hmm. What you know about Danielle Manning? Dog?
Who's Devin Aroma should do? Remember that guy?
Devin Aroma should do. Okay.
I know.
I mean, God, we could just go on for days. Earl Bennett, not
He was
Earl
really
T.
good.
Earl Bennett. Earl Bennett was actually like
very good for us.
He was kind of like how do I put him? He was very like skinny Rome before Rome.
Yes, for sure. He was like Bernard Berry in an 06.
Yeah, Bernard Berry in good times.
Dog.
Was really good for like 3 years and then went to the Vikings and nobody ever heard of him ever again.
I thought that was going to happen with Alshon Jeffrey, but it didn't. But that's the thing. This isn't just a Bears podcast. This is a national sports podcast.
National sports podcast.
And the biggest news coming out of any football, anything right now is Lane Kiffin is an LSU Tiger.
Go Tigers.
And I was sort of surprised.
I wasn't.
You were, if we were going to go based on what our predictions were, say 2 weeks ago, it would have been surprising. But as the situation continued to unfold, we were like, oh, he probably is leaving. And LSU is a better job, for sure. If I'm Ole Miss, I'm pissed. And the fans are pissed. The first thing I have to say is can't teach an old dog new tricks, because this is what Lane Kiffin does. He's the tarmac. He's the Al Davis PowerPoint on why he sucks so bad. Like, that is Lane Kiffin.
He was told to leave Alabama because allegedly got caught in a fling with a co-ed. So happened to be one of the coach's daughters.
Thank God he stopped doing that, Mike. Thank God he stopped hitting up co-eds, Mike.
But the thing is, he didn't.
Oh, really?
He didn't stop hitting up co-eds. Okay, so of course we're going to talk about his general movement, but we got to talk about other things in movement. So
other things are moving.
Other things are moving with Lane as well.
Down south.
So after he unceremoniously left Ole Miss, kind of as he usually does, because what Lane does
This
is
wasn't
what's best
even
for Lane.
this wasn't even top 2 as bad moves, but we'll get into it. This isn't even a top 2 for him for bad
I mean,
moves.
it's kind of like it's top 2.
USC was pretty brutal.
He didn't choose,
but he got
USC.
fired.
Yeah,
Tennessee was brutal.
Tennessee was. He started saying, you know what, he's going to do what's best for him, and I don't blame him.
Do it.
They're calling these the Lanestein files, which I think is fantastic. And essentially, what happened was after he left, all these girls he was seeing, who are all so happen to be enrolled at University of Ole Miss.
University of Mississippi.
Whatever. University of Mississippi decided to say, hey, you know, we're just going to release these now. And basically, it's just kind of exposing him to be a horny little guy.
Which
And,
we knew.
Yeah. No. So Lane basically, all these texts, tweets, not only that, but Snapchat texts.
I was going to say, my favorite part about this is he's like, give me the snap, let it go away. We can read a few here. I got a couple on ready to go right now.
Oh, Vince is on the X. So,
these are all alleged. Any of these can be doctored.
Allegedly wrote.
Any of these can be doctored, but I kind of think it's real. So here's one with Mary Kate is her name. He said, happy for you. Boyfriend doing okay? Meaning they had a conversation before saying, oh, you got a boyfriend? Oh, man. Haha, we broke up a few months ago. And he replied, SC, to what she said, what does that mean? He said, snap. And then she said, what do you mean? As in, like, send me your Snapchat. You're going to get a picture of the Lane train coming in hot right now.
So the Lane would just send the pictures of the Pashad, allegedly, and just be like, you're down for this.
Or Thirst Trap. I don't even know if you could see this on there, but there's a picture on here on my good old iPad of him just shirtless.
Oh, let's give me some of that.
I don't know. This is shirtless Lane. Supposedly. Allegedly.
He's showing. He's lost weight. He was a chubby little guy for a while. And then, you know what? He's a yoga man now. Mm-hmm. Right? Which I do respect.
He goes to yoga with the ladies. I love it.
I do respect, but, you also look at it like, all right. Now, what is funny to this, to the point, Bama, who is the blonde lady who got all the hype because of Bama?
Sydney Thomas? Is that the Jake Paul girl? Yeah.
Yes, Sydney Thomas. She was recently on some show where you sit in an ice bath and like tell inconvenient truths.
It's not the Kevin Hart one.
And basically, she went viral because she was a ring girl in the Jake Paul fight. And ever since then, I mean, granted, very pretty blonde lady.
Yeah, but doesn't give me much else.
She said one SEC coach slid in her DMs, and he was a coach of an SEC school, and he wrote "Roll Tide" to her on IG. And
it was probably Lane.
I think we can all surmise who that man is.
It was probably Lane. Listen, single man. They're all of age. So that's the whole like Epstein thing. It's not, because they're all of age. Is it a little creepy for an old man to do that? Yes.
Well, I mean,
is it illegal?
45? I mean, he couldn't be. I mean, hold on.
Yeah, he's only 20 years older than him.
I mean, hey, some people do that sort of thing.
I won't yuck your yum, and there's a lot of beautiful people.
So Lane's 50. So, he's got about 25 years.
Yeah, it's too much.
And that's fine.
It's not.
Hey, that's fine.
It's not.
Vince, it's fine.
Okay.
And the only reason it's fine is because he decided that, you know what? Hey,
his daughter's that age.
That's true. But
gross.
You know what? One day, maybe he marries one of her friends. I wouldn't put it past him.
Gross, dude.
But what is interesting about all this?
I've seen a movie like that once.
Theo Vaughn recently on his podcast stated that Lane Kiffin introduced Theo Vaughn via text in a group chat to his ex-wife, meaning Lane Kiffin's ex-wife, and then left the group chat. So Lane's kind of a boy.
He was. You
know what I'm saying?
He set that up for the lady. Honestly, good. Yeah, good for. I don't know.
I mean, can you be mad at him?
Something about Lane. It's like he is who he is.
He's endearing. There's something about the guy. Like, do I agree with every decision that he makes? No, but that's everybody.
Well, no, and also I don't even want to agree with the decision he makes. I just want to be a simple passerby. I just want to watch it happen as it goes.
He is going to give you this coach of a show. Any other fun ones? Any other fun ones in the Rolodex?
A lot of people are posting like look at all this nice stuff that Lane Kiffin's DM'd me before. But it's mostly just like, you look cute. Or the thing is too, these girls are sending him Snapchats. So like, and he says, cute. When are you back?
Let's face it. You don't think any one of them, if he decided like, hey, you want to make this real?
I'm sure he did.
Come on. Allegedly, he also said to one of them, "Wow, will you marry me?"
He sent one, men who date younger women are often much happier. And he said, this is true with a face. And then he sent one that says 3 hours feels like 10 minutes when you're with the right person. He said, that's true as well. So he's a fuck boy. He's a simp.
Hey, man, he can be those things. And what a better job for a guy who's 50, divorced, has kids, all the things, to just kind of be roaming the streets of major college campuses and have nice sororities.
He's the coach of his daughter's boyfriend. And shout out to him,
Which is kind of crazy. But you know what? That might not be a very good thing for him, considering if these allegations are real. But once again, it's all allegations.
It's all allegations.
It's all allegedly.
As far as I know, he didn't do any of this.
He didn't do a thing of it.
Intrigued to know, man.
And buckle up, because there's going to be more Lane talks on this podcast today. Now, speaking of allegedly, it is now known that Giannis.
Hold on.
Okay.
Do you want to air it out?
Oh, we haven't aired it out?
No, do you want to? I'm talking to them. Are you intrigued with airing it out? Well,
oh, yes, please do air it out.
I don't even remember the number right now, but I'm going to say 312-7...
312-725
something 2106.
How terrible are we?
I saved it in there.
job?
It's usually on the screen, but it's not on the screen.
312-725-2107.
I was so close.
Here's what happens. You go on Thanksgiving for a matter of
312-725-2107. Is that it?
You go and you have so much tryptophan, calories, alcohol over the past 4 days that you get back to anything resourceful, productive, and you're like, wait, how do I do this?
Yeah, I woke up on Monday. I'm like, ha.
You have like this anxiety. You're like, oh, wait, I got to go back to work because we only have about 3 more weeks and then everybody does the same thing again. And then you start the new year refreshed or anxiety ridden.
It's
you
both.
Pick one.
312-725-2107. It was right in front of me the whole time. 312-725-2107. Call in, air it out, leave us a voicemail, let you know how you feel.
Well, yeah, let us know how you feel about the Lane train. That could be cool.
Now let's talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, allegedly, has
this is legitimate.
scrubbed his entire IG of anything or any picture of him in a Bucks uniform. And now everybody, of course, is speculating that he wants to be traded, which we did discuss in the preseason fun of NBA on this show, which we said this could happen. But the problem is they don't have resources to trade anything worthwhile other than him. And they went and got Miles Turner and all these things.
Good. And all that.
He's good, but how many big men do you need?
Hey, you want to know something crazy?
How many big men do you need in Santa Slay?
14 minutes ago from the Shams, Bucks say Giannis has a right calf strain. Does he? So what had happened, supposedly, according to this man, is that Giannis and his agent started conversations with the Bucks about the future. Hey, if this isn't going to work out here, send me somewhere else. If it is going to work out here, let's figure out a plan for that. He should do that. He's a top 2 player in the NBA, top 3 maybe, depending on where you put Shea. I don't blame him at all. And my first thought was send everything you have to the Bucks just to get him on your team. I'm talking to the Chicago Bulls specifically. I don't care what you think you got, except for maybe Matas. Everybody else is available. Send him Giddey. Send him 2 first-round picks, a second-round pick, and Josh Giddey.
I don't know if that's worth it, Vince. How old is he?
He's 29, 30, and he's a top 2, again, to get a top 3 player. And the thing, he's going to want to go to a team that has a good situation.
See, I push back on this thought process because okay, granted, I'm 34, but big men don't age well. And usually as time goes on, I know he's a freak because he is the Greek freak.
He is.
But he's also getting to a point where his best years are behind him, and he needs to go to a team that can compete now.
Maybe he's kind of in his zone right now for at least another 2 years.
If you send a slew of draft picks and you can get him, fine. Yeah. I would mortgage the future to get him on a Bulls team that has a lot of good young talent around it.
That's true.
That could say, all
right.
Kobe
White and 2 firsts and a second.
Yeah, we'll give you every draft pick we have in the next 3 years. Yeah. Cool. Do it. Then see if you can go on a run with this.
Because we're competing at that point, for sure.
Then we're competing. But I don't know if the Bulls will do that because Jerry Reinsdorf. Yeah. So you look at this option maybe because, the Bucks situation and the Bulls situation are very different. I think he's going to try and get himself to the Western Conference. But That's just
Why? It's way easier in the East, babe.
It's way easier in the East, but do the teams have legitimate resources to send you?
That's true. Send him to the Celtics. Let's just make him good again for no reason. Is it truncating that news that Chris Paul just isn't on a team now?
I mean, what did he think was going to happen is my next question.
I don't even blame Chris Paul. I blame the Clippers for malpractice.
What does he think is going to happen if he announces his retirement?
The tour. This is what everybody does. You do the retirement tour. He's an all-time player. He's a Hall of Famer. All of those things. You go and do the retirement tour, and all of that's good and dandy. What was happening, supposedly, allegedly, is that he and the leadership style of the Clippers clashed. He's been vocal in holding management, coaches, and players accountable, and the team felt like it was disruptive. Ty Lue was not on speaking terms with Chris Paul for several weeks. So the way that I read that is the Clippers were just doing whatever they do and staying middle and whatever forever. And Chris Paul's like, we got to compete. He's like, I want to win here. And they're like, oh, it's too much. Like, let Kawhi sit out for another 4 games. That's the way that I see it. They're like, you're not good enough. The bark's not worth the bite here, so we got to get rid of you. He wasn't a detriment to the team. Even at his age, he wasn't a detriment to the team.
I believe he may re-sign with the team to do his roundup tour.
He's done. He's done so. No one's
you don't think he'll go play in the Lakers, be the oldest team in the NBA?
No, at that point, he'd be like, remember my half season with the Lakers? I think he's done. I think it's just his retirement. I think that's it.
Well, my whole thing is if he doesn't announce that he's going to retire, they don't release him. That's my biggest.
Yes, they do. They do it quicker.
You think so?
Oh yeah, he's a Clipper. He's the most notorious, not even notorious, just the most legendary player in Clippers history.
What if he went to the Hornets, right? Because or the Pelicans.
He would go to the Pelicans,
He could go back to New Orleans, play with, the guy who's now on the Ozempic. And
he could, yeah.
Do the thing.
Brandon Ingram, too. It's just, he would go to the Clippers so he can have like a nice sign-off, and it's the oldest team in the league, and the only thing I hear is that management's like, oh, Chris Paul's being mean to us. We have to let everybody sit.
If you look at the Clippers, they're 14th right now.
That's what I'm saying. They shouldn't be.
They're horrible.
So why is him clashing with management's a good thing? Their team sucks.
What's crazy?
They should be better.
What's crazy to me is our speculation of the Thunder being the best team in the West.
They're never going to lose.
I don't think they're ever. They're 15 or
yeah, us and the rest of the world saying like this is.
They're 21-1.
They're going to win again.
The Bulls are doing what the Bulls do. They got us really excited.
The Pistons.
The Pistons are so
I'm
good.
a Pistons fan this year. I don't even care that I'm a Bulls fan. I'm a Pistons fan, man.
Dude, you can't do that, dude.
Yeah, you can.
If you said that in like 1989, you'd get punched in the face.
Yeah, but time cures all except for the Packers in my head. It's like I can't be a Cubs fan and I can't be a Packers fan. There's no way.
Those two things.
But other than that, it's like, dude,
can you be an Indians fan though? Or Guardians fan?
I wouldn't. They piss me off a lot too.
I dislike them.
The thing in my life, we were never competitive when the Pistons were as well.
True.
So there's never really a bad blood for me with Detroit.
Although, let's face it, the Pistons were very good in the early 2000s.
The Bulls sucked.
The Bulls did suck.
It was Tyson Chandler and Eddie Curry trying their best. And
Eddie
Ben Gordon.
Curry.
Yeah.
Eddie Curry, Twin Towers, Tyson Chandler,
and then
Curry.
Later on, we get Joe Kim and even like the Ben Wallace when we got him from the Pistons. Like Pistons
Wallace,
were they had like Rodney Stuckey. They were like 8th in the playoffs. They never played the Bulls. The Bulls would smoke them when that happened. So it's never really been like the Pistons are coming. And now it's like, the Bulls are coming? No, the Pistons don't give a shit. If they're playing them in the playoffs, I'm Bulls all day. But right now, I'm like, it's Cade Cunningham seems like he's figuring it out, and I like that a lot. They're a good team.
Dude, Tobias Harris, man. The only thing you needed to do was get the
hell out of Philly.
Everybody, if you get out of Philly, usually good things happen.
It's outside of Tyrese Maxey. That's about true.
Yep. That's about it.
Speaking of the Sixers, they got $100,000 for violating injury reporting for Joel Embiid again. This has happened like 12 times.
Once again, that's my fear with Giannis, right? So if the Bulls got him, they put the Maloik on him, and the one thing would lead to another, and he is now no longer Giannis.
Giannis wants to play, though.
Does he, though?
Embiid doesn't want to play. Giannis wants to play. If he didn't want to play, he'd be totally happy just sitting on the Bucks with his paycheck.
Now, if you're the Thunder, you could do something interesting, even though you're too young and too good, like Chet Holmgren and all those guys.
You could dump 3 of the 12 picks they still have.
The Cavs could be a cool spot for him too.
I could see it.
The Cavs could be a really cool spot for him. Keep him in the East. That'd be sick. And they also
be so sick if he went to the Knicks too.
Such a fast team. Yeah, that'd be cool. But how many big guys are you going to have on the Knicks? That's a
Dump
problem.
him at that point. It's Giannis. Like, it changes everything when you get him.
It'd be so sick to have a major player in a major market, though.
Yep.
We were close once, many years ago.
Derrick Rose was very good for a couple of years.
Yep. And we could have had an semblance because everybody said if it wasn't Miami, it was going to be Chicago. And then the big three would have been
And then the Bulls didn't want to get rid of Luol Deng, who I love, but I'd rather have
Luol Deng.
I'd rather have Dwayne Wade and LeBron James and Derrick
Love Luol Deng. That would have been insane. And Chris Bosh probably would have came as well.
I think because we already had a star player on there. I think that was like the issue. You couldn't get all three or something.
It's truly fascinating.
I mean, they almost got Melo, and instead they got Carlos Boozer and his painted on hair. Shout out to
the Bengay Boozer.
Yeah, I loved hearing that video of why it happened and how he felt after it. It made me laugh so hard. He's like, I knew it looked bad. I knew it did, but what am I supposed to do at that point? Like, I was well aware.
Now, what's his name on the Terry Rozier?
No, he's the one that got arrested for betting. That's Jaylen Brown.
Oh, Jaylen Brown
Yeah.
is out here doing his best Boozer impression. Yeah, well, that's the NBA.
That's the NBA,
That's the NBA, baby. All right, Vince. So it was a wonderful college football weekend.
It was fun.
It was a fun 3 days of football, especially after pre-Thanksgiving. Like just a good time to be watching football. A couple days, chilling on the couch. You get a little Friday football. You had a little Friday night action and real Friday day action, right?
Yeah.
Ole Miss, Mississippi State, last game Lane ever coached as a Miss guy, and then you have Georgia Tech, which was closer than a lot of people expected.
Oh yeah.
And then, of course, you just have these quirky little games that are fun. For example,
Tejas,
Utah in Kansas was a great game to
Fun.
watch. At last minute, Utah pulled it off. They're a hell of a team to watch. I'm surprised they're not in the playoff bracket, which we will discuss here.
Couple bad losses. And
then Texas A&M, Texas. This is also pretty crazy that Texas doesn't make it into the bracket. So there's a lot of things here.
They still can, my friend.
There's still a path where this could occur. Now, when we look at this, the committee's up to this whole decision-making process, and we have to really be subjective on this.
It's got me shaking in my boots.
Well, once again, the committee thing, you got rid of the BCS because of the committee, and then you went to...
You're still going to have a committee. The thing is you can't do record-based stuff because there's so much, like, different things that change it based on your conference and if you win it and yada, yada. It's like,
The problem with the committees is that half of them are just donors, and you pay to play in this.
Yep.
Right? So a lot of these are just old whites from different parts of the South
Old
that have a
pots.
shit ton of deep pockets
Yep.
and generational money.
Oil money, chicken tenders, crumble cookies. That's all I've been hearing. His Raising Cane's guy is like, hey, man, we got to get LSU going or whatever it was. And then BYU's like, hey, man, I have more crumble cookies than I know what to do with. So let's spend some money on this program, dude.
Correct. So a lot of people are pulling up, with deep pockets. And granted, they also exist on the committee. So we'll talk about the committee. But there were some interesting games here over the weekend. Of course, Ohio State, Michigan was on Saturday. Hell of a game.
Not even Michigan.
At least the first quarter
Michigan
was.
just...
Well, when your defense is on the field the whole
I
game,
know.
it's
Well,
troublesome.
and this is the first Ohio State game where I was kind of jacked they won. I wanted them to lose because of Michigan, but then I just see Dave Portnoy talking so much shit that I'm like, they need to beat him. I can't.
Dave Portnoy has just become the most annoying human being on the planet.
I
where he was endearing for a while and
Yeah.
saving businesses, and I agree. And Barstool is a machine. And
But
if they
his
came to us and
sports
like,
takes
hey
are-
guys, would you like money? We'd be
Yes.
like, yes.
In a minute.
We will admit that. But ultimately,
sports takes are bad, dude. I was watching their show that they have. They have like the morning show or whatever on Fox. So I was watching it. And they tried to change the topic to any other team, and he would just be like, well, Michigan doesn't do that. And you're like, stop. And then they started talking about the NFL, and they're like, why are we talking about the Browns? We should be talking about the Patriots. It's like, this is a national show. Like, you need to talk about everybody. And it's like, he's just at the point where he doesn't really have to care, and goddamn it if he doesn't. And I just can't take it
what's so
anymore.
funny to me is when taller people get around him, he has such short man syndrome that
Yeah.
he gets up on his tippy toes.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's funny.
Oh, yeah, that picture, and he went to some college football tailgate, and he was on his tippy toes because everybody around him was 6'2". I was like, that's good.
Aren't you just drawing more attention to yourself if you do that?
100%.
I mean, let's
But
face
he's
it.
trying
What
to.
does he
It's-
know about pizza? I mean, granted,
That's been my whole thing.
what does he necessarily know about pizza? Granted, Sally's in New Haven, maybe
It's-
the best ever.
Dude, the one we went to in Boston was so bomb.
Yes, there's a lot of great pizza across the country. Don't get me wrong. And Santarpio's is fantastic.
It is.
In Boston. I mean, you can't find a better pizza spot. You can't also find better Italian sausage and cherry peppers.
Yay!
All right. So, Ohio State totally thumped it. Bryce Underwood, $12.5 million, worth it?
I think they have to have an offense that he's allowed to throw the ball.
Okay, fair enough.
What is Sharon Moore? Is that his name?
Yeah.
He's not it. You got to get rid of him.
Okay.
You got to get rid of him.
All right. So Sharon Moore.
Thank you.
Sharon Moore could be gone. There's definite speculation
but
about
not
that.
this year because there's no coaches available unless you want to hire BK, which might be going somewhere else, buddy.
Well, now the carousel is truly a carousel. Brian Hartline, who's the offensive coordinator for Ohio State, just accepted the USF offer.
Which I'm surprised by. I thought he would have been a bigger university would have signed him.
Yeah, and then the guy from USF goes to Auburn and basically was asked if he golfed or enjoys golf, and then basically in a very awkward way said yes, he likes to golf.
Because they're worried about Hugh Freeze.
Yeah, they're worried about Hugh Freeze 2.0. Vanderbilt pretty much proved that Tennessee, we own it.
It was close for a while, and then at the middle of the third quarter, it was like, okay, let's get real.
And then there was speculation about the Iron Bowl, which is interesting. So before Lane Kiffin decides, hey, I'm announcing I'm going here, he says, I need more time. I'm giving it to God, this, that, and really dragged this through the mud. Said he was going to give an announcement by Saturday afternoon and made a poor news reporter from ESPN stand there.
Marty Smith was sitting at Ole Miss.
Poor
thought he
Marty.
was just going to get Stockholm Syndrome at some point and think he's a student. He was there for so long, dude.
Marty Smith stayed at Ole Miss for all of college football Saturday.
The entirety.
And basically just waited. So there was a lot of things that went on and went into this. So doesn't announce it that day. Sunday comes around. It finally gets announced. And we all kind of speculated that, it was happening. Silence is deafening. But there was some speculation that if Kalen DeBoer lost the Iron Bowl, which he was in pretty tight. It was close. There was some really fine Alabama calls there late. There was thoughts that if DeBoer lost the Iron Bowl, he was going to get fired.
Definitely a chance.
And a lot of people said Lane would take that job. So if
I can see him with his stupid little visor and like the sweater vest with the short sleeve polo on the Alabama sideline. I mean, he's going to do that with LSU, but I could see that.
And who's to say he doesn't become the head coach of Alabama?
He could just leave if he goes 4 years and doesn't win an LSU, he just goes to Alabama.
Two things are apparent with Lane Kiffin. He's going to try and bang co-eds.
And he's going to leave.
And he's eventually going to leave.
Yeah.
Okay. And burn it down in the process.
He's not going to Nick Saban anywhere.
Now, speaking of burn it down in the process, Mississippi State and Ole Miss did, in fact, play a football game after all of this and before all of this. And Ole Miss is ranked 6th in the country. So it's not like he left a program that was bad.
Yeah.
But he did build this program. Now, Trinidad Chambliss had his jersey stolen not once, but twice the night before this game.
Yeah.
And that's impressive in itself. But I'm saying there was an inside job. Inside job.
Could have
It had to be an inside
job.
job.
Give me a Chambliss jersey, dude.
Dude, so Mississippi State fans, not the brightest crayons in the box. Let's just throw that out there.
I'm not going to... Where are they... what's the name of the town? I forgot. Damn.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I know Oxford and something else.
Oxford, Mississippi.
I coached Mississippi State for 2 years as the OC, and they're good people out there.
Okay. How'd you do?
I won a national championship, so...
As the OC?
Yeah, dude.
And then what'd you
fucking do? Fluff Boswell, dude, is the man.
Fluff Boswell.
He's the halfback.
What a creative college football name.
No, it was a real guy.
Real guy.
He's a real guy. He actually, their running back was injured, so he started that game, and he was a dog.
So Fluff Boswell won it all for you.
Yeah, but we went to the Natty, so they kept their coach. So I was like, I'm going to find greener pastures elsewhere. And then I went to somewhere in the ACC after that. I forgot where it was. And then Wisconsin opened up, and I'm still there today. Starkville. Thank you.
Good old Starkville.
Yes. Yeah, now I'm a Wisconsin coach, but it doesn't matter.
Hey, man, Wisconsin to the moon. I will say this much, that Mississippi State put up a fight in the first half.
Sure.
This game was pretty close. And then, then it wasn't. Then Lane got like all pissy with a reporter who called him a hoe.
Yeah, that
on
was
a podcast.
funny. That was funny.
And
like,
I mean, there's kind of
you can't make a hoe a housewife, I think is what he said.
And he walked up to him with security surrounding himself. Granted,
Yeah.
and he said, "You want to call me a hoe? Come in come in the
locker
lane,
room, yeah.
come in the lane here,
Yeah.
and say it to my face.
Yeah, but then he was a hoe. That's like the same concept as somebody else being like, you know, she's a hoe. She's like, no, I'm gonna marry her, and then she cheats on you, and you're like, yeah.
That's a hoe.
That's what he is.
And that's fine.
He is going to leave. He's going to do it. He called him that. Like, at this point, he was getting chastised a little bit. And now that guy's like, everybody's like, yeah, no, he's legitimate. Like, what he said made sense.
At the end of the day, you look at this situation and you say, okay, Lane's going to do what's best for Lane. As most of us always do what's best for us, by the way.
Most people should.
And you should, all right? And you get so many slices at the apple. And he said he had preyed on this situation and a lot of different things. Before we talk about that, let's talk a little bit about this 12-team college playoff bracket.
Looks good
that was
right
announced
now.
last night.
It looks good right now.
The bracket, top 4. Number 1, no surprise, Ohio State.
Yep.
Number 2, Indiana. That's okay.
No, they got to be 2.
You're right. Okay, fine. Georgia. That was a stretch for me.
That's if they win the SEC championship.
Texas Tech.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's 3 auto bids, right? 3 auto bids.
It's 3 auto bids.
So Texas Tech's probably going to win the Big 12. Georgia's, I don't know who's going to win the SEC championship. That's the whole thing.
That's the problem with
whoever
this thing.
wins it stays in that spot, which is valid.
First round matchups, right? I mean, here you go. You got number 9 Alabama playing Oklahoma. This is going to be
fun.
an insane game. Winner plays number 1 Ohio State, which is going to be massive.
Have fun.
Then you have Tulane Green Wave, who made the potential number 12 seed here, playing the Oregon Ducks.
I would just like to say that I was
Or the
on the Tulane train pretty early this year.
We'll see how this goes because
They're going to get smoked.
They just lost their head coach to Florida.
Yeah.
So if we look at this, okay, when we look at this upcoming week, we have Tulane and North Texas playing each other for the American Conference.
North Texas has been sneaky good this year,
We
too.
have Georgia and Alabama playing each other for the SEC. And then Indiana and Ohio State playing each other for the Big Ten.
That's fun.
Duke and Virginia. If you've done your homework on Duke and how they won and got into this, like the odds were insane.
I can't believe it. It's so. I have a lot of friends that are Miami fans, and all of them are so mad that Duke is playing in that.
And then
It's crazy.
For the Big 12, we have Texas Tech and BYU on Saturday. So the cycle of games here on Saturday are truly legendary, and I hope you're not doing too much because these are going to be great games to watch.
I agree.
So ultimately,
I want Indiana to go into Ohio State and make a statement.
yeah,
That'd be so fun. I don't see it happening. I don't think anybody's going to lose to Ohio State this year, but
okay.
it'd be fun.
Where this is at this stage of the game is pretty interesting. I do feel like we are in a position here that, you know, hey, if these conference championships work, I mean, we have a really good college playoff ahead of us.
You didn't even talk about number 10 on that bracket. That's the whole conversation right now. Over anything is just who's
Notre
going to be the
Dame and
last
Texas A&M will play if all things go correctly.
And
But this all could get fucked up
depends,
if Ohio
like,
State loses to Indiana.
if Duke
and
wins,
Georgia loses to Texas.
if Duke wins, then what the fuck do you do? Like, do they get an auto bid? Probably not. But at that point, it's like, does Miami end up slotting in there? It's like right now you got Miami, you got Notre Dame, you have like 4 different teams that are yammering for that spot.
BYU in a rematch against Texas Tech from 3 weeks ago is insane.
Yeah.
And they have an opportunity to win that game.
And
I do believe that.
kind of like if you're BYU, if you win, you're in. I mean, both of them are if you win, you're in. 1-loss teams, like that's going to do it for you. But I don't know. The biggest argument right now I'm hearing is obviously my focus goes on the Miami versus Notre Dame argument, which everybody's making because it's like, hey, Miami beat Notre Dame. You're like, yeah. But also, Miami had a couple losses in there that weren't like Louisville.
Miami lost to Louisville at
tough.
home and then lost to SMU at SMU.
And the argument is you're not comparing 2 teams against each other mano a mano. You're looking at their year as a whole, and I know that Notre Dame isn't playing anybody, and yada yada yada. But the consensus seems to be that Notre Dame looks like a better team right now than Miami does, which would slot them in there. I understand if they didn't put them in there. I also understand if they do. And I want them to. And the part of me feels like, hey, whatever happened last year, just do it again. If they can go in and play A&M right away and then beat them And then you're like, okay. Because they lost to Miami and A&M by, I think, a combination of 6 points. It wasn't like they got smoked. Like,
well, they kind of got smoked at SMU, if we're talking.
I'm talking about Miami.
Oh, we're talking about Miami.
Yeah. Notre Dame, it was like they were close games both times. SMU
True.
had their way with Miami, and Carson Beck looked like he didn't know how to play quarterback.
It's true.
And there's another one, James Madison. They've been very good this year, but they're going to get in like an SMU situation, or if when Tulane plays, you're like, oh shit, like you're going to get pumped.
Chesney just got hired by UCLA, so he was leading James Madison, which James Madison now has like an insane run where they're going to just like.
If you're a young coach, go to James Madison. You're going to get a Power 5 job in a minute.
Look at Kurt Signetti.
Right.
He took Indiana, and now they're like on the moon.
And Chesney's the man too. And then Summerall goes to Florida, and you're like, Tulane, sorry. And I think Memphis lost their guy too.
What's so interesting? Yeah, Memphis lost their guy to Arkansas.
Yeah.
Jim Morris signed with Colorado State, which just seems like a lateral move.
He was on. I think he wanted to be in a conference. Because UConn and Notre Dame are the only two non-conference teams.
That's fair, and I understand his position. You want to play in a conference, and let's face it, if he coaches them up right, he could go beat up on Colorado.
You can't prove yourself at UConn. Colorado. You can at Notre Dame, but you can't prove yourself at UConn.
Because let's look at it this way. I think Deion's done. I don't think the Colorado experiment's working anymore.
Dude, they are bad.
They're really bad.
And they weren't even good last year.
They were not. They weren't. And everybody made a big deal out of them. Oh, I truly believe that Prime's going to bring them to a championship, even without
because everybody just loves him, and he's got the side, like the media on his side, but it's like,
So Summerall from Tulane goes to Florida. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now Tulane is bringing in another head coach pretty quickly. That's going to be a thing. Either that or they announce their OC is there. But
I would expect that to be.
Now, there is speculation that I did read that Eddie O might be interested because of Louisiana, but I don't think that's going to happen.
He might be an offensive advisor for LSU. I think he goes back there. Him and Lane have a relationship, and I don't think he's too big of a man to go back and work there.
Well, Newsweek, LSU head coach wants to take over CFB contender. Former head coach of LSU, Ed Orgeron, has been without a coaching gig, and he has expressed interest.
That's a funny headline, though.
Yes.
Old LSU head coach interested in coaching a team that
Here's
can
an
make
obtuse statement, so you click on it.
Yeah.
So
Bill Belichick interested in winning a national championship. Yeah, dude.
If Eddie O went to Tulane, I think that'd be hysterical.
That'd be awesome.
Now, Lane had probably the coolest opportunity to do the coolest thing ever and going to Tulane and being Lane. But, I mean, granted, it's not Power 5.
And then have a kid named Lane, and then it'd be the two Lanes.
See?
Yeah, dude.
See, now we're talking.
Damn.
Now, the one team that might surprise you that still doesn't have a head coach is Penn State.
It's not even surprising. Who wants to go there? Well, I get that it's a premium job. You get rid of James Franklin, who's been very good for a long time, so their expectations are this high. They're high. And you go in there and, Penn State lost to commit today to Virginia Tech because they went because of him.
Satake was going to get the job. So the head coach of BYU was going to get a job, and there was mutual interest.
And then what did they do?
The Mormons raised a shit ton of money.
That's exactly what's happening. Are you going to – the best way to get paid is to be rumored for another job. That's all it is.
I hate to say it in this world. It kind of is now, isn't it?
Yeah, because it shows your value. And so now they're at a point where Penn State was the first one to fire and the last one to hire. That is the worst scenario to be in, dude. To be like, hey, we have a job opening, and everybody's like,
Well, now who do you look at? You got to go to the NFL. I don't know.
Well,
you got to look at like Joe Brady, for example.
That's kind of it. Because and this was funny. I'm going to pull up the actual tweet, but they go to Urban and they say, hey, you should come and coach us. And he's like, all right, where's the NIL at? And then they didn't have enough NIL money to do that for him, which they do because they're Penn State.
Which I could see something happening where maybe Penn State just has a down year, names their interim, their head for a while, and you lose and you build up and pull some money up for a while.
Yep.
Be the bottom rung of the Big Ten, which the Big Ten in theory could be disbanded before you know it.
I'm sure it will. I can't even find this tweet, unfortunately. But the long and short of it is they go to Urban, no shot. Lane's agent pulls out, not even interested in it. all of the guys. Really, you're at the point now where you almost keep your offensive coordinator for another year and then ride it with it after that when there's more openings, because they'll be the number one team next year to hire unless Alabama gets rid of DeBoer.
Well, DeBoer will not be fired regardless if they lose in the first round of the playoffs or not.
I'm talking about next year.
Next year could be
Because
totally
there's no person right now except for like whoever the guy at ASU is. Oh God, I can't remember his name. I had him in the head for a while.
That is
Dillingham.
Yes.
Yeah, he would be the only one that I'd be like, all right, give him a long-term contract. Other than that, like, you got BK. You got BK and you got Dable. And you're kind of looking at, are we going to hire Dable or are we going to hire Brian Kelly and see how he does
Dayball at Penn State would feel right.
Remember when you were yammering for a rule?
Dude, it just made sense because he played there.
It made a bunch of sense.
There was a lot of speculation.
And then Nebraska was just so bad. They're so bad. They're like, why would you even want
odds that next time this year, or this year next time, Dylan Raiola's on Texas Tech to complete the prophecy.
I can see it.
To complete the Mahomes
But that's another
prophecy.
thing too. Is he hasn't been good. He hasn't been good, dude. Like,
yeah, he hasn't been.
He
just
like,
wants to pretend he's cosplaying Patrick Mahomes in a very shitty way.
And you can't play Texas Tech, air it out Raiders football in Nebraska. That's just not what's going to happen.
You cannot.
He's a goofball, and it drives me nuts.
It's truly a real thing. So I look at this scenario. I say, okay, Penn State is the one on the bubble, and a lot of these head coaches, I think they found their home. Summerall for Florida, that may go sideways.
It smells a little like Napier.
It smells a little like Napier. It doesn't necessarily get it over the ledge.
I found it. So Pat Kraft, Penn State, fired James Franklin. They spoke to Urban, NIL disagreements. Elko was close, couldn't close the deal. Spoke to Signetti, Rule, Freeman, Drinkwitz, and Lay struck out. Banked on an Iron Bowl loss to keep DeBoer. Didn't happen. Lincoln's agent pulled his name from consideration on Sunday. Tried to take Sataki from Provo. No shot. Lost Chesney along the way. Who else?
Once again, you got to go to the NFL.
What
I think Joe
do?
Brady could be a pick, and they'll throw a bunch of money at him. And James Franklin might just turn Virginia Tech into a powerhouse, considering those flipping commitments.
Squad,
could make him a squad. Okay, let's get to our predictions, and then we'll talk about how we feel about the Lane train leaving. All right. Or should we do it the opposite way?
Let's do it the opposite way.
All right, Vince. What are your thoughts about the Lane train leaving Mississippi?
I think Ole Miss has a right to be pissed off, but also they knew it was going to happen. Him leaving is a clear, I'm going to go to LSU. I'm going to have more money in the portal, and everybody in Louisiana wants to go to LSU. It's just easier as a whole to get players to come there. If my thought is if he goes to Ole Miss and he wins a national championship, he's got a statue. If he goes to LSU and doesn't win a national championship, he's fired in 5 years. So that's he put the pressure on him. It's a better job. It's a harder job.
It's not about money, right?
I mean, it's
not about money.
But the thing is he probably would have gotten the same amount from Ole Miss. I don't think the NIL and I don't think the interest from players is the same. I think that's where the issue resided.
I think it's a scouting hotbed if you're NFL, almost NCAA head coach.
Yeah.
And in that area in itself produces a tremendous amount of talent, and the lure of playing at LSU and being a Tiger has a lot of value. And go Tigers. Now, I don't necessarily blame Lane for leaving his team right before a playoff run. I blame the structure of how college football.
Do it at the end of I understand the semester system, but do it at the end of the year.
It should be different for college football as a whole. Coaching, NIL, all of it. You look at free agency in the NFL and coaches leaving and going and back and forth and being fired. It's done in the off season, so it does not affect the team. If it is done in season, it is rare. Look at the Chicago Bears. Look at situations like that.
But they don't hire a new coach in the middle of the season.
A head coach is never hired in the middle of the season. So you look at these things, everybody wants to make a big deal about Lane leaving. Well, Tulane's head coach just did the same thing, and he's out because he can't coach his team. And Lane said he wanted to stay and coach his team, but no right athletic director in their mind would allow that to happen. The players
wanted me to stay. Yeah, get out.
Well, of course, the players want you to stay because you're their guy.
They literally put his clothes on the curb.
They put his clothes out there like, dude, you're done. Fine. Fuck
Yeah,
it. Now, of course,
literally
all
did.
the allegations, right? But if you look at the structure of how the NCAA is done, now there's this other NIL window that opens at this time frame if your team doesn't make the playoff for you to open your options. If the NCAA is smart, you need to go private. You need to have people running this like the business that it is.
Yeah, they're doing it because it's like semester system when the student transfer. You've already made your decision on making it a major sport, so make it a major sport.
Make it a major sport at this stage of the game.
Yeah.
Call it the minor leagues. Call it whatever you want. Give it 2 real divisions, and maybe you keep the SEC and the Big Ten alive and have everybody go independent from there. But I do believe that the structure of it all needs to change, and I don't necessarily want to blame Lane for
Lane.
saying, okay, I'm going to leave. He took the best opportunity for himself and his family. You can't blame the guy for doing that. Chances are Ole Miss would have done it. But at the end of the day, sometimes you need a fresh start. And you can't blame somebody for taking a fresh start and taking a shot. So take the shot. He did state that he did talk to Nick Saban. And in all words, it seems like Nick Saban said, if you don't take this job, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah, he says it's the best, which it probably is. And he made Alabama the best too. But Nick Saban, little do we forget, him going to the Dolphins was the worst idea for him because he was a dog at LSU, and then the Dolphins were the Dolphins.
Well, here's a solid argument. If you're a really good college football coach, especially in today's world,
Yeah.
you get paid an exorbitant amount of money. If you suck, you still get paid that exorbitant amount of money.
Yeah, regardless if you get fired.
And yeah, recruiting's tough, but it's also a different game. And if you enjoy that,
Yeah.
which I don't know if I necessarily would. The NFL is very structured, rigid,
I would
corporate.
much rather do that. I would much rather be in the NFL.
But then again, if you die
But you can't say that the NCAA, we just talked about it. NCAA is very corporate.
the lore, of course it's corporate because there's a lot of corporate money.
Yeah.
Because now private
Crumble
equity,
cookies, raising canes.
private equity is getting involved.
And he got hired by the damn freaking governor of Louisiana.
Louisiana, mind you, is $100 million in debt. They are. And they decided, double down. Double down. And
Well, how do they make money in Louisiana? You win football games in Baton Rouge.
you win football games in
The
Baton
Raging
Rouge,
Cajuns aren't going to do it.
and you make crawfish.
Yep.
Fuck Bourbon Street, okay?
No, it's fun.
It smells like pee.
It's
okay?
fun, dude. Have some fun.
But I do agree that Lane either
What do you want to go get a martini in New Orleans? Go get ham sauce off of daiquiris and dance, dude.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Go see a vampire, will you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go die on the street like the guy from Blind Melon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not rain. Who thought about the
It's
blind?
not Lane. It's not
It's
Lane.
not Lane.
But it is Lane. Okay.
How many podcasts you listen to with blind melon references?
How many podcasts you listen to with Blind Melon
It's
references?
no
is
rain,
right.
yeah.
All right. Speculation. Either he wins a championship in his first 3 years as head coach, or he's out. I don't think
Not
there's any
3.
two.
The way that they function is 4.
All right.
It took at 04, right? It took Nick Saban 4. It took Les Miles 4. They went 5 with Brian Kelly, and they're like, so you got to win in 4.
That's what, at minus Lane, he was the best coach in probably the weakest carousel I've seen in a long time.
Who?
Lane. He was the best
don't
out of
think-
the weakest talent pool of any.
I don't think this was the weakest. I think this was there's never been more than 2 prime openings at one time.
That's fair.
This year there was 6, and 3 of them that were like major. Like Penn State, LSU, and Florida is insane to all be open at the same time.
This year was an anomaly in itself. I don't disagree. But it's given a lot of great content.
It has.
We're being fair, right?
Brian Kelly to Penn State would be the
Brian Kelly will not work
funniest
next year.
thing.
I don't think he works.
I don't think he does either.
He
but
might
he'd be
join.
So, what happens if they get real desperate?
Are you gonna give Brian a bunch of money?
Maybe
Guy who like kills his players literally.
he is from
figuratively?
Connecticut, isn't he?
He is from Connecticut.
So you're not that far off.
Family
and-
full of politicians, so he can talk in circles like nobody's business.
and in every accent ever. He's one of the greatest
He's the
linguists
king
of our
of that.
time.
He's
Yeah.
a linguist.
He's gonna go there and be like, "I made my ground here." You're like,
Yeah,
dude,
absolutely.
You were country the other day, man. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like at some point they're gonna last ditch effort with somebody. If Joe Brady doesn't work out, then it's like Daboll or Brian Kelly.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know,
That's fair. Well, you got to give Lane the props. I do think it will be an interesting cycle. Ole Miss, you hope they do well, but chances are your play caller's gone.
And that's the
You're
thing
done.
too. Who's their head coach now? They said their D coordinator, right? That's
He's
like
a leader of men.
that's what everybody. Hey, that's what they said for Freeman, and he's been pretty fucking good.
Okay, Freeman has been the exception.
Yeah.
Rarely does an interim come in and keep the job, right?
100%.
And you could tell after Brian Kelly left, and they were like, "Freeman's your guy." All those kids were enamored. So,
Well, they wasn't even a question. They weren't even talking to anybody else really. It was like Marcus Freeman's our coach. I was like, uh-oh. And now I'm like, thank God.
correct.
I also told you there was no way in hell he was leaving. No way in hell he was leaving, dude.
Yeah.
You're rose-colored glasses, Notre Dame. You don't have to go to a conference champion. You don't have to be like, oh, it's the SEC team. The only thing you're going to get is like, why is everybody Notre Dame fans and you should join a conference?
You
Other than
could
that,
see, I think in the next 4 to 5 years, you could see a lot of teams just say, F it, we don't want to be a part of a conference. We'll
Don't.
create our own schedule. And I think there could be some value in just saying, you know what, we're going to be our own thing. We're
Why
gonna be our
not?
own entity. If you're Michigan, for example, and
Yeah.
you don't want to play in this PE-backed Big Ten, you can spin off and be your own team.
well, and they're screwing over with TV rights. Like, get out of there. This is my whole, because for a while people were like, Notre Dame's going to be forced into joining a conference. Why?
Nobody's going to force them to do a thing.
Too many
'cause
fans. You have too many fans. And they go and they win in the playoffs and they get what, a 10 mil clip for that?
Yeah.
And you're supposed to split that with your entire conference. Guess who doesn't have one? They just get 10 mil in the pocket.
Well, hey, Vince, if they're not requiring the teachers of Notre Dame to be Catholic anymore, I don't think they're going to require many teams to be in conferences.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm 100% with you. I went to a Catholic school that had a bunch of teachers that were Catholic. So we're
Well,
with
that
it.
Notre Dame recently, if you
Yep.
Google it, they recently said you as a professor here no longer have to be a Catholic.
Yeah. My grandma went to DePaul and she was dealing with some stuff at the end of her life there, but she was asking me about school and she was like, "Oh, are all the brothers and sisters nice?" And I'm like,
The brothers and sisters
I was
are
like,
gone.
is she referring like to what I think she is? Like, what the hell's going on? And she was like, no, the professors. And I'm like, oh, none of them are like,
None of them are man of the cloth, so to speak.
or they might be, but they're certainly not priests and nuns. And
Although brothers technically are deacons and they can marry. And
I
all
don't
that
know. I don't
stuff.
want to get into that. This isn't a church pod.
Hey, welcome to the church pod. Welcome
Nope.
back to the church hour.
Yeah, we're gonna
All
do,
right.
We're gonna do confession next week for the internet.
Oh, God. Yeah, that would be tough. All right, let's talk about week 15, shall we?
Let's do it.
Conference championships.
Fun.
Okay, so to start off this one, on Friday night, we got 2 games. A little snoozy, could be fun.
No, smart games to put on Friday night because if they're on during any of the other matchups, I'm not watching them for a minute.
Correct. So I don't even know what conference James Madison
It's
is in.
Sun Belt, I believe.
There we go. So it's the Sun Belt Conference Championship. James Madison and Troy. Mm-hmm. Your thoughts?
James Madison's gonna wipe the floor.
Even
with
without their head coach. Okay, fine.
them. Yes.
Tulane loses their head coach. Now they got the green, North Texas Mean Green, who
Yeah.
also lost their head coach.
They did.
2 teams without head coaches. Your thoughts?
Tulane's gonna win, but North Texas has been sneaky good all year. And every time they come up, I'm like, oh yeah, North Texas is sneaky good. So I could see them winning, but I'd take Tulane if I'm betting on it.
Okay. So we got the Polynesian guy, head coach of BYU, just got a shit ton of money.
Yep.
Staying at BYU. Kids are hyped. They love him. They have a little bit of fire in their veins because they lost to Texas Tech 3 weeks ago at a whiteout at Texas Tech at home, or Texas Tech at home. Now they're going back to play them at home. Your thoughts on this?
This is gonna be a Bills Chiefs situation.
Let's put it this way. It's actually not at Texas Tech's home stadium.
Yeah,
it is a neutral site game. They're playing at Jerry World.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on this one?
It's gonna be a Chiefs Bills situation.
Okay.
Texas Tech beat them in the regular season. Now you're in the championship round. I think BYU wins this game.
I kind of like where your thoughts are at on this one. Give me BYU in this one. I
thing
just
is
think the hype train is
Texas
hype.
Tech has a good offense, and they have the best defensive player in the country. That's the only thing that scares me.
That's fair.
That middle linebacker, or is he middle or is he outside? Doesn't matter. He's a dog. He's a dog.
BYU on defense is very good and sound technically.
Yeah.
So I see BYU doing something
I
here.
think they can win it.
It could be a sneaky game. I'm liking BYU on this one. Either that or
Severe
Texas
lack
Tech.
of Avery Johnson in this matchup.
Texas
though.
Tech will keep yourself in games. Most NIL money spent last offseason, so it would be very disappointing if they lose the Big 12 championship.
When I see
to
Big
the
12
Mormons.
championship, I see Kansas State and Avery Johnson, and him not being in it is a sin.
No, I mean, he wasn't in it last year.
I know,
so
but it's just like I need them.
he's going to be in the Rate Bowl at good old Diamondback Stadium very soon. Chase Field. Okay.
Fun.
Now, the SEC Championship. This game is a rematch of a Week 7 game earlier in the college football season. Can you believe it? We're at the end of it.
I know.
Quite sad. Georgia and Alabama play on late afternoon window, December 6th. Mercedes-Benz Dome in Georgia, kind of a quasi-home game.
See, they had a recruit get into a car accident.
No way.
Yeah, dude. I'm not even kidding. It happened again.
So I was actually talking about this with my brother-in-law over the weekend, and he played college football. He played at Weber State. Shout out to B.
Home of which basketball player? We do this every time.
Oh, man, what's his name?
Dame.
Dame Lillard.
Yeah.
Yeah, also home to Rashid Shaheed.
Boom.
So talking to brother-in-law, spent some time with him over the weekend. He explained that car dealerships have deals with universities.
Sure.
And they just give kids cars.
Yeah, NIL, baby.
No proof of ID, no proof of nothing. You just say, I need a car.
Yeah,
you'll
you're
get a
driving
car.
around a billboard.
And you have to give it back when you're not in session at
Yep.
school. That's
Fine.
the only exception.
Well, 'cause then
so
that's,
these kids get, they have deals with dealerships locally, I'm sure, in Georgia. And he's like, yeah, I need a car. All right, here's a fucking Hellcat. And
3 hours later.
dumb-ass kid, 18 years old, in a 1,000-horsepower
Yep.
car. Yeah, good times.
Good job.
So not surprising. That's what Georgia does, but they also produce some of the best talent in the country.
Georgia's
Now,
going to lose this game.
you think they're going to lose twice?
I think they're going to lose this game. They do this thing. They were.
They're going to lose twice to Alabama.
Listen, Kirby was coaching championships. He was. The last 2-3 years, it's like they get to a spot where the rubber's going to hit the road here. And I just feel like everybody's putting down Kalen DeBoer, myself included. Ty Simpson's a considerably good quarterback, and they have the second best receiver in the country. Defense is looking a little bit better. Alabama's going to win this game, dude. I think they are.
After last week's sighting of an almost Iron Bowl
That's
loss.
my point.
No.
Yeah,
I think Georgia wins
you
this
shit
game.
the bed a
I
little
don't think
bit, and
Georgia
then-
loses twice to Alabama.
You shit the bed a little bit, and then you go ham.
Not in a quasi-home game. I don't think that happens. There's no chance. There's
We'll see.
always a chance. It's college football and it's
Yeah.
conference
Any given
championships.
Saturday.
Now, ACC championship. The fact that Duke is even in this is
It's
hilarious.
hilarious.
Because SMU had the chance to just seal this thing up with a win against Cal,
Yep.
who, by the way, doesn't have a head coach.
Nope.
And they lost to Cal in the
Yeah.
final minutes.
I know.
It was impressive.
Which is fine because SMU was in the playoff last year, and it was so bad.
This and Miami is not even considered for this, considering their shit
There
losses.
are 2
in the year.
losses in conference.
To give you an idea,
Duke has
the
5 losses, right?
the ACC, yes, the ACC championship is going to be between Virginia and Duke. I'm blown away.
Duke is 7-5.
They're 7-5, okay, and due to their record in conference being 6-2, Miami also being 6-2, Pitt being 6-2.
Yep.
But tiebreakers, Virginia and Duke at the ACC championship.
That's how it works.
Not on my bingo card.
Hey, man, Virginia hasn't been this good since Chris Long was on the team. So I love
Chris.
I love seeing this team. Do I think they're great? No, but get a win and get in the playoff, dude. Why not?
You think Duke wins? You think Duke basketball?
No.
School? No, all right.
I'm talking about Virginia. If Duke
Beat
wins,
Virginia.
if Duke wins, I don't even think they're in the playoffs still.
Fair enough.
I don't even think they're allowed to do that. It's not the auto bid. They'll give it to the Big 12.
Okay. Indiana, Ohio State.
Fun, the best.
This is the best game of the weekend.
I love it.
Your thoughts?
It's gonna be close.
They're playing in Indiana at Lucas Oil.
And for the first time all year for Ohio State, they don't have the best quarterback on the field, which is saying something. I think Indiana has something to prove here, and I think they're going to come
Wait
in
a minute.
here.
You're saying Mendoza is better than Sayin?
Or this year, yeah,
This is going to be the best defense Mendoza has played all year.
100%. But Indiana's played good teams, and they beat them. So it's not like they're going to sit down and just squat. They're the second best in the league for a reason. They're undefeated the same way that Ohio State is. This is the closest they're going to get to an even matchup, and Ohio State really hasn't had an even matchup this year. let's see how they play in close games. I don't think Indiana wins this game, but I think it's close.
Fair enough. I do think it's close. I could see a world where it's a toss-up. I really could, but you have to go Ohio State.
You
in
have
this
to.
matchup.
They're
And
a professional team.
Indiana will get folded back down and maybe be the last seed in this 12
No, they're
matchup.
regardless of what happens.
They're in the playoff.
Yeah, they might even get a bye.
I think Georgia loses and Indiana is still in the playoff.
You think
regardless.
Georgia loses?
If Georgia loses or Indiana loses, they're still in the playoff.
Yeah, easy. Yeah, it's Indiana's going to get a bye even if they lose. If they play them close, they're still going to be that 4 seed because it's 3 auto bids, I think, and then the 4 seeds, whoever's the best team that didn't get an auto bid.
It's going to be a toss-up, but Ohio State probably has the best odds to repeat out of any team in a long time.
Ever. Yeah, maybe
Maybe
like
not ever,
maybe like
those Bama
Florida in
years were
08
pretty-
or Bama in 2013.
Those early Bama years that Vince and I started this podcast, it's just like, yeah, well, this is going to happen. And there
I
you
just
go.
hated it. It was like the Patriots. I was like, get me done with this Alabama team. I was done with it. Done. Finished 0.
And there's college football.
That's it. And that's that on that, my guy.
You want to know what I'm not done talking about?
Gwat.
You want to know what I'm not done talking about?
Gwat, Mike.
The Chicago Bears are
Oh.
in first place, and I just can't get enough of it.
Dude, the copium online is sweet, sweet nectar.
I don't have words. I don't know what to say.
I was gigglier than anybody in the world.
They
on
are the
Friday
first place team in the NFC.
Yeah.
Period.
They
Not
beat-
the NFC North. The NFC.
night. As a whole.
In the entire
They're better
conference.
than the Rams for some reason. Not actually, but they're better than the Rams.
They're better than
statistically.
the Rams on paper. I blown away.
And
I don't know what more to say. Blown away.
overall, you can look at this with a brain and be like, okay, like
Where would
there
I
were
be
some-
if I was my brain, Vince?
You would be the Scarecrow, right? Is that the guy that has no brain? If I only had
I think
a
I've
brain.
gone mad. Isn't that so sad?
Oh,
And a brain that you never had.
I was going Wizard of Oz.
I'm going 1975. How you
There
doing?
it is.
There it is.
Usually you do.
There it is.
No, it's if you look at it with any semblance of intelligence, you're like, okay, like, are they the best team in the NFC? Probably not.
I mean,
But if they keep winning,
record's a
it
record.
starts becoming undeniable. And that's the thing.
record's a
Everybody's
record.
like, Bears are frauds, Bears are frauds. And then
Are
it's
they,
just,
though?
it's the move the goalpost thing. It's the move the goalpost
are you sure
thing.
about that?
And everybody was saying that before, and they're like, they're going to get shown by the Super Bowl champs that they're going to happen. And what happened this
It didn't
weekend?
happen.
See ya. How you doing? Most convincing win in 5 weeks.
281 rushing yards?
Yeah, he had 2 guys over 100.
That offensive line's just pushing people around.
And BJ, dude. Mayor
BJ.
Mayor Johnson, the real Mayor Johnson, Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson is if he brings his team to a playoff in year 1 and
He
goes
already
even further.
He already
with the
almost
mojo,
did. He's
with
already
the mojo
almost.
we got going. I'm not even going to say the word, but if that ever,
Yeah, don't put
if,
the Maloik on him, please.
if he ever does this, he will get a key to the city. The man's a god.
immediately. Everybody's obsessed with Mike Ditka for 1 Super Bowl, dude. Like, we're there with him, and I know he played tight end and all that, but like,
Once again, we said it before he ever got hired. If this guy's any good, even is semi good,
yeah,
we will love him forever.
he's a king. He's
You're a king of this city forever.
a man amongst boys.
Man amongst boys.
He at the end of the game
Ripped his shirt off.
took his shirt off, and then everybody's like, "This guy's corny," blah blah blah. He did it for free wieners, dude. He said
Not
we were
gay way,
hungry,
but in
and
a
he
fun
said,
way.
"Yeah," and he said, "City of Chicago's hungry too." Ripped his shirt off. That was free.
Well, the Wiener Circle. Okay, give some context.
I was hey,
Yeah,
I
you
was
weren't-
gonna.
you weren't gonna do it.
I was
You
about
weren't-
to.
Vince, you weren't gonna
The
do it.
Wiener Circle
You weren't gonna say that.
on Clark and Wrightwood, is it right there? Is an establishment where you walk in and
It's a
you order
Chicago
you
establishment,
order
if you
something. They're like, "What the fuck do you want?" And you're like, "This," and they're like, "You're the worst." And then they give you a delicious hot dog, or you go in and order a chocolate shake, and then boom, big old boobies right in your face. That happens
Wait.
at the Wiener Circle.
Seriously?
Yeah, oh yeah. Never ask for a chocolate shake at the Wiener Circle
Why?
because you just get big old boobies in your face right away.
I didn't know this.
They're not great ones, but they're
so-
boobies.
they,
You get a chocolate shake. It shakes you up with chocolate. Connect the dots.
oh,
Connect the dots.
all right, all right. There
Yeah, I
you
did
go.
that when I was like a freshman in college, and I was like, that was quite an experience for me.
He was a horny little guy.
No, dude, I just went
If
there.
this was
No,
Phil
I went in
Lane-like,
there, and
you
someone's
know?
like, "Get the chocolate shake. It's amazing." I'm like, "Hell yeah!" So I did, and it was not bad.
That's awesome.
But anyway, that was the thing. They said if the Bears win, and Ben Johnson takes off his shirt, boom, free hot dogs. They did this with Caleb earlier in the year. If he threw 4 touchdowns, free hot dogs, boom, it happened. Yesterday, Chicago was out in droves to get to the Wiener Circle and do that. Guys are taking their shirts off in 15-degree weather. Just do not at all. Hey,
that's what Chicagoans do.
But you're going to go and do that. And everybody's da Bears, and everybody's going in there. And they had a good time. And I love that. And he's part of the city. And then at the after press conference, he was like, we're winning despite our passing, or in spite of our passing, or whatever the term.
He's not happy. He's not satisfied.
The passing's not good. And he's like, we're fixing the passing. And you're like, good, don't get complacent. I love it.
He's not complacent. And he believes that this team is nowhere near where it could go.
And he's right. Friday was a nifty thing, and you can't be completely dependent on...
To believe we have another offseason, a full draft class, like it could...
Yeah.
This could go somewhere.
I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but it makes you feel good when your team's this good and you know that there's some stuff they got to fix. So... they're going out there and they're winning games close, and that's something that they couldn't do last year, and thus Chicago's excited.
The rebuild of the offensive line might be the most impressive thing I've seen in like a long time.
They're
pushing people
they're top
around.
They're top 2, and there's an argument for that too. Is they're running the ball. Still hate the halfback draw out of shotgun. It's stupid, but they're running the ball, which allows all those guys to go full speed ahead, move around, movement in the entire pre-play. But they're going full speed ahead. They're not sitting back and pass blocking for a quarter and a half, because that's what tires linemen out more than anything.
Well, Darnell Wright has come out of his shell.
Yeah.
They've made this man into like a Pro Bowl right tackle.
See who he was blocking the other day?
Yeah.
The guy that everybody thought we should have taken?
The guy everybody thought we should have taken. He's one-on-one with him.
Yep.
And owning him.
He's taking care of business.
Taking care of business. That Bears offensive line taking care of business. This is a lovely, lovely thing. And if you're a Bears fan, I'm happy for you, and we're happy for this team. And let's just keep the ball
going.
Let's keep the ball rolling. Okay. It was Thanksgiving.
Yes.
There was games on Thanksgiving.
Great games.
Some wonderful football games.
Highest Thanksgiving ratings ever, I think.
Joe Burrow came back. Okay. So right there, Handsome Joe's back. And all of a sudden the Bengals are potentially in a playoff run. I don't know. Let's talk about it. So, Vince, what was the record this week? How do we do? Did we tie?
We tied.
We tied 2 weeks in a row. Mm-hmm. What was the record this week?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8.
So I picked up one on you.
You didn't.
I didn't. So we're tied. We're straight. All right. I like this. All right. So the Packers and the Lions played, and Mike picked the Packers because that's what Mike does. And, yeah, I mean, Jordan Love's... he does this. He'll have a game where he looks like doo-doo, and he has a game where he looks fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's the Packers. I don't know what more to say.
They're good, dude. And I think as a whole, they're probably better than the Bears right now, if you're looking at it, again, with the brain. But if you don't know what you're going to get from your quarterback and you're going to throw the ball a lot, it is what it is. 3 weeks ago, everybody in Green Bay wanted to fire LaFleur, and now he's a king again. So either way, if you're anything, you're worried if you're a Lions fan.
You're worried if you're a Lions fan. I'm in Ross St. Brown out with a high ankle sprain. Not good.
Yeah, there was a video that some guy made, and it was hilarious. It was like, you know, those videos where people wear the hats and they're like, a therapy session for teams or whatever. Mm-hmm. And the guy walks in, he's like, this all happened so fast, and we were so good, and now we're in third. And then the Vikings guy's like, you're telling me, buddy.
You're telling me, bud.
Because that's what it is. It's like,
hey, shout out to 9.
Yeah, dude. We'll get to him, but yeah, I was going to say the NFC North's the best division, but it's not.
I mean,
but it's damn close. But the NFC West is crazy right now. Other than that, I would have said that. But
NFC West is a little crazy. But then again,
look at the records in the NFC West right now. It's
really
9-3, 9-3, 9-4, and 3-9.
A lot of really good football teams.
Yeah, it's insane. But yeah, overall, I think the Packers, if Josh Jacobs does what he needs to do and can stay healthy, Micah Parsons has really come into himself in this defense. They seem like they're stout again. It's just going to depend on Jordan Love if he's good. Does Golden turn it up? Is their receiving core doing what they need to? And that's going to be like the tell-all story on this.
That's
Sunday.
not the guy, Dontavian Wicks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
6 receptions, 94 yards.
He's not
touchdowns.
their one.
Technically, he's not their one, and Christian Watson's looking like he's back.
Yep.
So this is also exciting. 4 receptions, 80 yards, 1 tutty. I mean, Romeo Doubs is also just, they spread the ball around. They do it right.
And they lost their best receiver earlier this year anyway.
Now, there is a cycle here where we look at this upcoming week with the Bears, and we'll talk about it, but all linebackers could be coming back, which is exciting.
Yeah, we had none.
Yes. Now, Packers went 31-24. Mike chose the Packers. Vince chose the Lions. Chiefs.
Obviously, Mike chose the Packers.
Just going to throw it out there.
Packers are fine.
And this week I'm going to do the same thing because that's what we do.
Yep.
Chiefs, Cowboys. Chiefs are officially 500, and I
was sitting
love it.
there like, Mahomes is just going to Mahomes, and they're going to come through, and they're going to get that field goal, and they didn't. And the Chiefs are very much on thin ice. It is thin now. One more loss, you're donezo. You might be donezo already.
I'm loving this. I'm loving every minute of it because you know what? This does seem, though, like great team, bad year, nothing's going in their
ACL
favor.
year. That's all it is.
It seems like a Brady ACL year, even though their QB is not a Brady ACL situation.
Their defense is an entire ACL.
Their defense is ass. They need a refresh. They're getting old. I think Chris Jones, it's time to hang it up.
Feels like
I think Karlaftis might be the best defensive tackle or defensive lineman they have on that team at this stage of the game.
Sure.
So I think there needs to be a refresh on defense more than anything. Chiefs are just not looking good. They can't stop a nosebleed. The Cowboys put up 31 on them. But the Cowboys...
Dude,
look good.
The Cowboys are good, guys. And Quentin Williams is good, and that was quite an addition to stuff up the middle. The Bears were running all over them, and seemingly no one can run against them anymore because you got that ironclad monster in the middle there. George Pickens is the second best receiver in the league this year.
That makes actually a fair amount of sense. He's an absolute psychopath, but I think he levels up CD a little bit.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. CD Lamb's not losing catches. Just George Pickens and him are both doing it, and Dak's having an MVP year. So, what are you going to do?
Call Jerry what you will. He's not necessarily that much of a psycho.
He is, for sure. He definitely is. But he made some good calls. But, yeah, he's a psychopath.
Hey, when you find oil at the clip he did, you can't blame him.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
I'm still looking for that.
Cowboys 31-28. Mm-hmm. Pretty impressive stuff.
6-5.
You love to see it.
Wild card.
Bengals and the Ravens. Vince, what if I told you in the past 4 weeks, Lamar Jackson has one passing touchdown?
Yeah, that injury ruined him. And I would know that too well because I have him on fantasy and it's ruined me.
So you're having a pretty rough year, huh?
I think I'm 3-10 or something like that right now. It's bad. It's really bad. I'm pumped on the season.
That's not good.
Who would have thunk that Joe Burrow is better than Joe Flacco at this point? Everyone?
Yeah, everybody.
He didn't.
Joe Burrow came back and was like, hey, I'm back.
He took off on 2 runs, and I'm like, he's not healthy, but he doesn't need to run. He just needs to throw the ball.
Doing what Joe Burrow does, 24 of 46, 261 yards, 2 touchdowns, 83 passer rating, fine.
Yeah.
But
I was going to say 50% throwing, but you could tell it opened up the offense a lot. And he made the right decisions, and he knows the offense so well.
What if I told you this was a game Jamar Chase didn't score?
I would also say that because he's also on my fantasy team, and he's been good some weeks and horrible the other weeks.
Tanner Hudson.
Chase Browning's bitch ass.
1 reception, 1 touchdown, 100% efficiency. Andre Lasovis?
No, Yosivash.
Yeah. Didn't he run at Princeton? I think he did.
I think he did, yeah. He's a monster.
You love to see it. Joey B back. Joey B takes the dub. We were wrong, but I'm kind of happy to be wrong.
If you're a competitor and you're Joe Burrow, you're going to come back and play. Everybody's saying he shouldn't come back and play. He's Joe Burrow. He's going to come play. And the Ravens and the Chiefs are tied, which has happened a lot in the past, but they're tied at 6-6.
It's crazy. I don't know what more to say about that division because the Steelers still have a path to get to the playoffs.
It's insane.
It's kind of nuts.
It's insane. Speaking of worst division in the league, probably that.
That could be the worst division in football if you look at the AFC. I mean, no team in this division.
South's
in the
better.
AFC North. Okay, AFC North. Yeah, right. There's the thing. AFC North, 6-6, 6-6, 4-8, 3-9. There's a path where a 4-8 Bengals team could make the playoffs,
which is so insane.
They're still alive, which is crazy to me. Okay, which is to think that that's the division on the bubble.
Yep,
it's crazy.
Yeah, you couldn't have told me that last year.
You really couldn't have. Yeah. Okay. So as we move forward into this, we did talk a lot about the Bears.
Too. Shador, magic time.
Hey, the Browns.
Go undefeated the rest of the year. They can win it. They won't, but they can.
For some odd reason, I thought the Browns were going to win at home, but I don't know.
Sometimes we just make calls. Sometimes we just do that.
Yeah, we'll talk about it, but I mean, I'm still not over the Bears because on the list here, we're still
let's talk about the actual game that we watched.
The run game. 22 carries from Kyle Monunga, 18 carries for DeAndre Swift, both over 120 plus yards.
Yeah.
Longest runs 31-23. Both had rushing touchdowns.
That many yards in a game hasn't happened on the ground since Walter Payton. Ever heard of that guy?
Walter Payton.
Yeah, he's pretty damn good.
Walter Payton's pretty fucking good.
The double tight end set works. Cole got passes. Colston Loveland got passes.
They matched each other.
You'd like to see, and I'm watching this, with a bunch of people with me, you'd love to see Caleb be more accurate. And like we said with Ben Johnson,
the pick was kind of a snuffed out screen.
Well, I'm not even that worried about that. More of it's just like guy open, little behind him, little in front of him. You're like, there's just that little spot, that timing little spot that you got to find in there. But then, you go later into the game and he makes an offset throw corner of the end zone. You're like, okay, that's why you want a Heisman. So
unbelievable.
You're going to get both. He's going to get more accurate. It's a lot easier to see things positively when you're 9-3. That's all I'm saying. If they lost some of those close games, then people will be hammering a little harder on him.
He could be better. Granted, of course, he's still growing in this offense. He's still growing as a player. There's still some footwork things here that could get broken down. But this man, if you didn't think he was fast, he's pretty fucking fast.
He is. He's an athlete, man.
He was clocked at 20 miles per hour.
He's an athlete.
The kid's an athlete. It's exciting to see.
He'd prefer to stay in the pocket, but he's going to get out there and make something happen.
Jalen Hurts, can we talk about Jalen Hurts? Even though he threw for 2 touchdowns and 1 interception, it didn't look like he was very...
that whole offense was just... And they have to force the ball to A.J. Brown. They get him... A.J. Brown's... He has a quote literally in a press conference saying, "Get me the ball and see what happens. We'll start winning
10
games."
receptions, 132 yards, the ball, 2 touchdowns.
Get them the ball, they're going to start winning games.
Last game, 5 receptions, 2 touchdowns.
It's the conversation isn't Jalen Hurts. The conversation is Mike Perbola or whatever the hell his name is.
Jalen Hurts missed some pretty terrible throws, though. I mean, he had Dallas Goedert right up the middle on one of those drives.
I'm with you, but they allow the defense to run prevent the whole time. Like, you can't even throw against them because they're not running the ball effectively at all with the
best running back in the league.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, what was the main difference between last year and this year?
Saquon, 13 carries, 56 yards.
They're not opening them up. The biggest difference between last year and this year was Kellen Moore's out and Lane Johnson's injured. So if
you also got this, Kenny something Italian last name doing stuff. His house got egged.
That's what I'm saying.
His house got egged.
Yeah, I know it did, and don't do that.
That's hilarious.
I don't agree. I think it's bullshit.
Don't egg somebody's house like it's the 5th grade. Eagles fans are the biggest babies on the planet next to Ohio State fans.
I know, and I love Philly for that reason. And dude, do the boo and all that stuff, but don't be looking up where someone's family lives and throwing eggs at their house.
I guess it could have been worse. Joey B got robbed.
So. I know, but that wasn't because Joey B was bad. They're egging his house because they're like, "You suck." It's like, no, dude, that's insane. Don't be an insane grown man. And if you're a teenager, learn from your mistakes. But it's Perbula or whatever his name is. It's the line not playing as well, and it's not opening up holes for Saquon to do shit. If you can't run the ball, you can't pass the ball.
Is the tush push done?
I mean, we figured out how to fix. We
single-handedly figured out how to stop it.
The all-encompassing we of Chicago Bears fans is
we figured it out.
Yeah, you just stuff the line and you make them fumble.
Because think about it. He's technically not down. You could go in there and start punching. Because a lot of it's a rugby scrum. And a lot of teams didn't know what to do.
You should just start punching.
I mean, hey.
I don't know what they did to figure that out, but Dennis Allen, snaps.
What you need to give props to.
Deshaun Wright.
This kid's come out in the past 3 weeks and really put on a show.
And he was on Minnesota's practice squad last year.
Hey, when you line up against the best guy in all of football, being Justin Jefferson, who he specifically said he wanted to play against, good things usually happen.
Yeah.
Well, as we know, Bears win. Okay, Saints Dolphins. Dolphins won. Okay.
Dude, they're on a fucking tear, bud.
I met a guy at the airport who looked exactly like Mike McDaniel.
Really? Was he wearing khakis?
He was wearing blue jeans, cowboy boots, and he looked gold glasses. Looked exactly like him. I'm like, dude, you look like the head coach of the Dolphins. He was like, thanks, man.
King Tulsa.
Yeah.
Dude, I think that's four. I think that's 4 straight for him.
That's impressive.
And, they get rid of their GM and now they're good.
Old mashed potato brains out here doing good things.
Boom shakalaka.
Didn't throw for 1 touchdown. Devon Achane. Good.
Doesn't matter though. Achan's just that good.
Yeah, granted, Vince, they played the fucking Saints.
I know, but look at the like they didn't play insane people the last couple of weeks, but like you can't get on a run unless you get on a run.
And they're on a run, clearly.
A little bit.
Which, I mean, you look at the division, I don't know if they're going to really have a chance.
No, there's no shot. It's just more like, you know, it's more like, oh shit,
Mike McDaniel might save his job.
Yeah, they might keep him.
If he actually had a quarterback. Yep. Okay. Did we predict this one correctly? The Texans won.
We did not predict this one correctly, but this is officially like, hey, Colts, remember how good you were at the beginning of the year? There's other teams in this division, and I wouldn't even be that worried about the Texans because you got the Jags,
dude. Danny Dimes was playing on a broken fibula.
Yes, fractured, I think, or something like that. But yeah, you can't.
Fib?
Yeah, you're looking at a team. It's in the same way that like the NFC North is. You got 8-4, 8-4, 7-5. The Colts were the best team in the league for the first 5-6 weeks. Up and down a little bit since then. Jonathan Taylor's not able to do the crazy shit that he was doing beforehand, and now they're in second place in the AFC South.
What's crazy about Danny Dimes' broken fibula, by the way, he teamed up, with two buddies from college at Duke, created this company that reinforces broken bones.
Oh, shit.
And he had like a medically graded insertion in his sock the entire game to play on this.
That's the most Duke smart guy shit I've ever heard in my life.
It is the most Duke smart guy shit ever that he's friends with these guys. And then he still started a football game. But to Vince, to your point, sorry for the squirrel. Texans might be back. CJ Stroud, still pretty good at football.
Texans, Colts, and Jags are all within a game right now for the division.
Jaquavius Marks may have gotten hurt. I was a little sad to see.
And who has the best defense out of the three of them?
Texans, man. They're
by far.
They're really good.
By far, dude. They're good.
Really good at football. I don't know what more to say other than defensively. They got, Danielle Hunter's a dog.
And CJ Stroud coming back, I'm like, what about the long neck king? And Stroud did enough to make it work.
Hey, Stanford's very own good old
Davis Mills.
Yeah, Davis Mills. Yeah, he was pretty good in college, actually. All right, but the Texans win 2016. Falcons. Kirk Cousins, not good.
Dude, the Falcons not good.
The Falcons
if you just look at this team and then you look back at the last 3-4 drafts and you're like, oh, you could have made some fixes here.
Hey, Kyle Pitts game, 7 receptions, 82 yards. I know. Still not a great year, but it's Kyle Pitting.
I heard something the other day where they listed off all the picks after him, and you're like, oh, like they could have had Jamar Chase on that team.
He wouldn't have been Jamar Chase.
Yes, he would have. Enough.
Yeah, he would have.
He'd be better than Kyle Pitts, dude.
Yeah, that's fair.
Some things are undeniable.
And maybe Kyle Pitts would have been better on a different team.
But both these teams suck. But the Jets, are making a little turnaround. Good for them.
Jets are making a turnaround, and not with the illustrious Justin Fields at the helm.
Well, the lucky thing, though, is if the Falcons keep losing, they're going to have a really high draft pick this year.
Good to know that the Rams get that pick.
That's what I was alluding to. That sucks.
Yeah,
guys.
so the Rams, in case you didn't know, traded with the Falcons so the Falcons could take Michael Penix. And
now they're going to get higher draft.
They're going to maybe have one of the highest draft picks, and maybe they'll never lose again. I don't know. Even though we'll get into it.
They just lost, buddy.
The Mike behind the mic chose the Browns for some dumb reason. And I don't know why I did that, but the 49ers are still really good at football. And Brock Purdy's back, so cool.
Shador, baby.
Not good.
No.
Even though he wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good.
No, it's just that,
Shout out to Harold Fannin Jr. Leading the Browns in receiving.
Yeah, they need stuff. Jerry Judy's not a one. You got to fix it.
Yeah,
all right.
Jerry Judy might be betting on stuff. Who knows?
Rams, Panthers?
The Panthers are elite when they play really good teams, dude. I don't know what happens.
It's second half Bryce, dude.
Second half Bryce. Bryce turns into fucking Cam Newton when he's down. I don't get it. Bryce Young's still pretty good at football. He's still very efficient. 15 to 20.
75% completion percentage.
I mean, that's impressive.
And Matt Stafford didn't throw a pick for, 7 games?
7 games through 2.
And then he threw 2? So against
that secondary from Carolina is nothing to fuck with.
I know. Who would have thunk?
J.C. Horn. Mm-hmm. I mean, one of the best maybe in the league. Nick Scott and then Michael Jackson. Michael
Jackson.
Shout out to Michael Jackson. He was a smooth criminal.
All the way to the frickin'
He'd all the way to the bank. End zone. The pick 6 really solidified it for them.
If you're the Rams, you're like, all right, let's just delete this one and come back and play again next week.
Yeah, you kind of just write this one off.
They're too good to freak out at that, yeah.
Tetra McMillan, man, what a dog.
Yeah.
That guy's really good at football. That guy's really good at football. Okay. Then we had the Jags and the Titans, which, okay, the Titans won.
Good for the Jags.
Yeah, good for the Jags. Cardinals, Bucks just need to get healthy, man.
They're still, I was going to say, they won this game, but barely, and they're still just grasping for straws right now.
Yeah, this game was sleepy.
Yeah.
That's sleepy.
And Chris Godwin dropped the ball in the end zone. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen that. And then I looked at some stats, and it's like he doesn't drop balls. That was like the first time he's done that.
And then you have the Seahawks and the Vikings. Okay.
Sam Darnold revenge game.
Sam D. Wow. If you're Kevin O'Connell, you realize
if you're the entire state of Minnesota, you're like, fuck.
We had the guy.
Fuck.
Really good at football, and he's doing it in Seattle.
Yeah.
And there you have it. Seattle wins 26-0. And Mason, what's his name?
Which one?
Max Bosmer.
Oh, yeah.
Threw 2 pick sixes. Pretty
He's
fantastic.
undrafted rookie from Minnesota, and you're like, you think JJ's bad? Try this on for size.
Yeah, he's like, you can do this, and just shit the bed.
It was bad.
Really shit the bed. Bills beat the Steelers 26-7. Aaron Rodgers looks like he just needs to be done now.
No, it's Tomlin, dude, and they talk the Bills.
You're gonna blame Tomlin
for the entire way this team's playing. Yeah, you can't.
I think it's more so Arthur Smith.
Arthur Smith, but I think it's just like he's grown cold in the locker room or whatever, maybe. But even the Bills said they're like, if you play against Steelers, they're gonna run the same play 4 times in a row.
Hey, so do you want to know what the common denominator in all this is?
What?
Guys who just ruins teams.
Rodgers?
Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
I agree.
So you bring in the cancer, your chances are you're going to...
Well, luckily, Russ and Justin Fields are great for them last year, too. It's just...
Well, they need a quarterback. Ever since Big Ben's left, I feel as if he has a young quarterback to mold...
Tomlin might be gone.
If Tomlin's gone, he has a job in 4 seconds.
I think so, but if I'm him, I'm taking a year for fun.
I would take a year for fun. Money for fun.
Money for fun.
Raiders, Chargers. Chargers are still okay, but Justin Herbert's good at football. Those jerseys are sick. I don't know what to say. Kamani Vidal is like probably the best fantasy stash ever. So if you did that, good for you. Bad McConkey scores a lot. So that's cool.
I saw a Raiders fan on Twitter the other day that was just like, we had a 1 in 3 chance of picking up the right coach this year, and somehow we fucked it up. Because it's Liam Cohen, Ben Johnson, Pete Carroll.
Well, Ben Johnson didn't want to go there.
I wouldn't either.
Did not want to go to the Raiders.
I wouldn't either.
And now he's got to go to the Bears. Go figure.
Yep.
So Chargers win. Broncos, Commanders, I don't know what to say about
the Broncos refuse to blow a team out. Regardless of who they are, they refuse to blow a team out.
Vince, but the thing of it, the Commanders gave themselves a chance to tie the game in OT to say, you know what, let's put our defense back out on the field. Let's make them do something.
Yeah.
They decide, you know what, no, fuck it. Let's go all balls right now. Which if you do it, you look like a genius.
Yep.
But if you don't, you don't.
They're old, man. I just think they were like, we don't have enough.
Well, and granted, no Jaden Daniels. You don't have your guy.
What about, was it Mike Tirico just making a new pronunciation for Marcus Mariota and saying that it's always been that way? You hear that? Yeah, he's just like Marcus Mariota, and they kept saying "ta," and it was pissing me off, dude. So
Chris Collinsworth was doing the same thing.
Yeah, no, I think it's like they got a
couple drinks.
No, I think they got like the pronunciation guide, and they're like, "Oh, we switched it up. Like we have to say it correctly."
Do you think he corrected him in like the pregame? He was like, so technically it's Mariota.
The 2 weeks when Travis Kelce was like, it's actually Kels, and then everybody started calling him that. And you're like, this isn't it. Like, this is not right.
Next week, I don't think they're going to do it. But Mariota, man, he almost had some Mariota magic. He looked pretty good. I'm not going to lie. He pulled some rabbits out of the hat.
I agree, but he's cooked. Yeah.
Zach Ertz, 10 receptions. I mean, just absolute well.
Yep.
Traylon Burks, kind of making a comeback. Caught a touchdown.
A little bit. It's just the season's too late here for the Commanders.
It's over for that.
Dink and dunk. Leave Jaden out for the whole entire year and just get a draft
pick.
The
Commanders had a shot to win this game, and I kind of wanted to see it. But,
me too.
What are you going to do? All right. Giants, Patriots. Jackson Dart is a dog. I really
he's still
like
good.
him.
Yeah, I was going to say he's still good, even though they didn't win this game.
The Patriots are really good at football.
They're so good.
See the love affair with Caleb and Drake May?
No.
Yeah, him and Caleb are like boys. They like dap each other up on Twitter and stuff.
Oh, good shit.
Yeah, they're like, King. Rise up, King.
Well, yeah, they're all just, the 2 most successful guys out of that draft class. Right?
Honestly, that draft class, if you look at it, Caleb,
yep.
Bo Nix, Drake May, Jaden Daniels.
And 9.
And J.J. McCarthy, which I don't know if he's going to start. Although I feel like you should take it easy on him. Because
No, I
to be
think
fair,
I think he's bad at quarterback.
I don't think he's bad at quarterback. I think he just needs more
has he
time
been
to grow.
good, though?
He's only started like 3 games.
Yeah, he started as like an ancillary handoff guy for Michigan. That whole
Yeah, I
entire
feel like Kevin
championship run.
O'Connell got a little cute.
The reason that you can hate on him is because he wasn't ever that good. And
I just don't know where he's like, those flip switches and I'm 9.
well, that's what I'm saying. He's corny, and I know that
a
Caleb
little
is
corny
too.
like
But
it.
like Caleb's kind of like unapologetically him. JJ McCarthy's like, I turn into a dog, and then when he does it, you're like, why is that toddler like smizing? Because he looks so young. And you're like,
What?
this isn't scary.
Why is this little
I'm
white
9.
boy trying to
I'm
act tough?
9, and you're like, oh, look at that white boy go.
Caleb is just zesty, but he's good.
That's what I'm
if
saying.
you're
He's-
good, you can be zesty.
He's really honest with it. It feels like it's played out for JJ McCarthy, unfortunately.
We'll see where it goes. Kevin O'Connell, man, if he ever got let go, he's going to get a job. Okay.
Yeah, he's not getting let go. He's not the issue.
So as we go, 2 weeks in a row, boys tie. Vince, what's the record at this stage of the year?
I don't know, and I don't have it on me.
We got 4 weeks left. All right. Are we ready to make some picks?
Let's do it. I say it. I pick it. You're next.
All right, let's
Cowboys, Lions. You got to take the Lions here. Cowboys are good, but the Lions have to get a win here. They can't go 3.
No Amon Ra. Cowboys are on a heater. There's a pat. Give me the Cowboys. Man.
Okay. All right. Swish it. Titans, Browns, shit bowl, but I will take the Browns.
I think Shador wins this one. 2 games at home. I think the Browns take this one. Yeah, give me the Browns.
Seahawks, Falcons. Seahawks easy.
Seahawks. Okay.
Colts, Jags.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tougher than
In
you think.
Jacksonville, I think
gonna be a day
Trevor.
game?
I think T-Law's feeling it a little bit. Give me the Jags.
Ooh, I'll take the Colts. I don't think they lose 2 in a row.
Okay. Commanders at Vikings.
Another shit bowl.
I don't know at all who to pick here.
I don't know who to pick here.
I'm going to take the Commanders.
Fuck it. I'll take the Vikings. All right, let's go.
Bengals, Bills. Bills.
Joey B's back, dude. I don't think the Bills are in a scenario where they really can't lose another game.
Right.
But the Bengals are in a scenario they need to win every game.
Luckily, they don't have a defense.
That's true. I don't know, man. I feel like it's going to be a tight game,
Do it.
and it might surprise you. I'm going to take Cincy. Give me the
No,
Bengals.
let's go. All right, Saints, Bucks, Buccaneers. Take the Saints.
No, I'm taking the Bucks.
Steelers at Ravens. You got to take the Ravens here. Lamar's got to figure it out.
Yeah, the Ravens definitely need to win this game. Yeah, I'll take the Ravens.
Dolphins at Jets. Give me the Fins.
I'll take the Fins too.
Okay. Broncos at Raiders. Broncos. Rams
Yep.
at Cardinals. Rams.
Yep.
Bears at
definitely
Packers.
Packers.
Packers. Yeah, we have to.
Definitely.
Just so you guys know, if you just tuned in, we pick against the Bears every time.
If you're just tuning in, we pick a bet against the Bears every week since the first or second week.
Yep.
So there you have
And
it.
it's worked out every time except for one time. Texans at Chiefs. Even though the playoffs are almost too far away from them, I feel like the Chiefs turn it around to get a win here.
I think the Texans are going back into Arrowhead looking for some blood.
Okay.
They played the AFC divisional game last year in January at this stadium. I see or foresee a scenario where, yeah, I think the Texans win.
Houston, good for you. Eagles at Chargers.
Good for you.
Yeah. Give me the Eagles. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think the Eagles lose 2 in a row. Give me the Eagles as well. I think they put up a fair amount on them too, but we'll see. I mean, the Chargers at home are also very good.
That's
so
what
I'd
I'm
like to
saying.
point that out.
It's not going to be an easy win here for the Eagles.
It's not going to be an easy one on Monday night. Are you surprised that the Bears didn't get flexed to the Sunday night?
I think it was just too late.
Yeah,
in the process. If they were,
who would've
if they,
thunk, right?
If they beat the Eagles 2 weeks ago, they would have been in prime time.
The Packers kind of have a gauntlet. They have the Bears this week. Next week they have the Broncos in Mile High, and then they have the Bears again in Week 16.
If that
on
happened
December
3
20th.
years ago, the Packers would be like cakewalk to the playoffs.
Bears got flexed to
325
December 20th,
December
7:20.
Yeah, the next
So the next one's going to be prime time
at home
Bear down.
at Soldier Fields. That's
Bear
going to
down.
be proof in the pudding. Bear down, baby.
Well, we would like to thank you, of course, for coming back, and we'd also like to give a lot of thanks to our hosts, Mary and John.
Yeah,
This lovely evening.
for the prettiest duo set we've had so far.
I mean, honestly, what a very comfortable space. We appreciate the fam.
Yep.
For hosting us. Mike's back in Chicago.
Hey,
It's fucking cold, dude. It's fucking cold. I just hope I don't get sick.
So cold.
It is going to be a balmy 18 tomorrow.
Gross.
I've been here working. But at the end of the day, it's always good. I'm going to be back in 3 weeks, Vince.
Thank God.
Fucking Christmas, man.
I miss you so much, man.
Hey, you know, at this time of year, you got to be thankful for the ones you love, right?
No, it's Thanksgiving. Christmas is like, gimme, spend.
Well, it's more so spend, because I don't even want to tell you how much I'm spending to come back here. But hey, family, we love them. I will say this much, that, you know, very excited for things to come in the new year, especially for the pod. We got a lot of things to do with this thing. We do.
Yeah, bud.
We got some things to do.
Yeah,
okay?
bud.
And you got some things to do, too, if you listen. So, of course, air it out, 312-725-2107. And, of course, like it, follow it, share it with a friend.
Boom.
Maybe be thankful to share it with a friend, right? So take a note out of that book. And I don't necessarily know how you do that, but you figure that out.
I love you so much. Here's a podcast.
Love you guys so much. Who's the best podcast that you've ever heard?
In a box, like
in a little
CD.
box, in a sleigh. Maybe a sleigh. Maybe you got to put it on a sleigh.
With the Spotify link.
Yes. Here's the Spotify link. Listen to the boys. Maybe throw a comment, download it, and then, of course, we'll see you next week.
Peace.
Talking Tales with Mike and Vince. Oh, you know. Jazzy beats while we dispense. Yeah, you know.